In this class, we can study about the number of poor in India. Okay, the number of poor estimated as the proportion of people below poverty line. Okay, then here you can see how many people are below poverty line. You can see through this diagram. In that diagram, you can see two lines. One is dark shaded line and another one is light shaded line. That one, light shaded line is urban and dark shaded line is rural. Okay, then here we can see in 1973 it is near to 250, between 250 and 300, and 83 it reduced to 250, and 93 94 also it reduced a little bit. We know in 2004 2005 that time it was near to above 300. After that 2011-12 it reduced to 2000, between 200 and 250. Okay, in the case of this one is in the case of rural areas. Okay, in the case of urban areas you can see it was like 50, between 50 and 100 million. Then that much nothing change came into this rural number of people. Okay, here we can see the head count ratio. In that one, head count ratio we can see it was 50. When now in 2011-12 it reduced up to between 10 and 20, and in the case of rural areas it is between 20 and 30. Then we can understand that the graph shows that this means most of the poor people are residing in, then most of the poor people are resided in rural areas and it has come down. Okay, we can analyze from this graph, it has come down. The poverty ratio of both rural and urban areas decreased continuously. From that graph we can understand that that one is decreased continuously. Then we know in 73-74 that time it was near to 50 to 60%. Then now it's reduced to 2011-12, that time it reduced up to between means near to 15. Okay, then that much of change came, means this percentage is reducing, means poverty is declined. That one only we need to understand from this diagram. Here you can see state wise poverty line. We can see here in Andhra Pradesh, this one 19, this line, this light shaded line is 1973-74 and dark shaded line is 2011-12. You can see in Andhra Pradesh it was 49% and it reduced to 11%. Then we know Bihar it was 62% and it reduced to 34%, and in Gujarat it was 48% and it reduced to 22%, and in Karnataka it was 54, it reduced half, near to half it reduced 25%, and in Madhya Pradesh also from 62 it became 36, in Maharashtra from 53 it became 24, and in Odisha it was 66, and now in 2011-12 it is 36. Then because this data last census data only this one. Okay, after that next census is conducting on 2021. Okay, then here in Rajasthan it is 46-16 and Tamil Nadu 55-16 and UP it is 57-30 and West Bengal it is 63 and 23. This is the percentage. Okay, this is the percentage. Then from this table, this diagram, we can understand the state level trends in poverty rates. Okay, from this table we can understand that this 6 states like Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Orissa, a large section of poor was in poor was there in 1973-74, and it reduced, we know it reduced means near to half percentage reduced. Okay, then we can notice that some of the state poverty level much better than other state. Okay, then what is the causes of poverty? The causes of poverty generally related to social factors of a country. Okay, social and institutional factors of a country. The poor are unable to get quality of education. That is the main problem. Poor people are not getting proper education, good healthcare, skills, accurate skills, which in turn to help earn better income. We know people need more labor skills. From that only they can earn income. Then poor are victimized by caste, religion, socio-economic discriminatory practice. Then there are some major causes are there. The major causes are social and economical, political inequalities. We know inequality is there in India. Inequality in the distribution of wealth. We know inequalities of income, the major cause of poverty in India, because of unequal distribution of national income among the people. In India, inequality of distribution of wealth, income are the main factor for this poverty. A large section of the people are forced to remain under poverty due to concentration of wealth and income in the hands of few people. That is the main reason in India. Both rural and urban areas face unequal distribution on income and a concentration of economic power. That is the main reason for poverty. Then another one reason is high level of unemployment. When the population rises, unemployment also boosts, creating imbalance of equal wages. We know imbalance is there, thus having higher unemployment causes severe poverty in the nation. Then another reason is population explosion. Then rapid growth in the population while there are fewer resources, particularly among poor sectors. Means we know poor sectors, they are getting poor, means they are getting fewer resources. Okay, it is the main factor for increasing the poverty. Means we know low resources, the most important factor for responsible for poverty is low resources both in urban and rural areas. A large section of rural poor are having very little land or no land at all. We know some people have more land, some people don't have little land also. That is the condition. The income from this small holding is not sufficient to meet their basic needs. In the urban areas, petty vendors, rickshaw pullers, casual laborers have a very low resource base. So the poor resources base is increasing. We know poor resources means they are not getting proper resources. That is the main reason. They need to get basic needs, or they need to get some support from government. This what will happen, this all will lead to unemployment. We know in India population is more, then what will happen? Population is more means we need to create more employment opportunity. Then population, we know in the case of population, every people have low per capita income and consumption rate. This one also a big problem. Then these are the main reason. Then other social factors also there, like illiteracy, ignorance, backwardness, inequality. Then we know caste wise, religious wise inequality is there, inadequacy of social structure, then narrow outlook affecting quality of life of the people. These are the main reason for social backwardness. Okay, then people need to get more education. From that one we can reduce this poverty. Okay, then we know 70% of Indians were engaged in agricultural sector throughout the British Raj period. We know that during British time, near to 70% of people were engaged in agricultural sector. Then British people, they were exploited. Especially our farmers were exploited, and our country during the colonial rule was their condition was very pathetic. It means they destroyed the traditional cottage small industries, and we know they need to get more profit from our country. For that purpose they were destroying our small industries and traditional cottage. Then our vast natural resource were they were planted, means they taken our resources to their country, and through that one they developed their mother country. Therefore India not able to overcome and compensate the damage done by the British rule even today. Okay, now also we are not able to, means now also we are suffering from that colonial rule. Okay, then these are the policies and programs towards poverty alleviation. The Indian Constitution and 5-year plan state that the main objective of the developmental strategy of the government is social justice. The code for the first 5-year plan was the urge to bring the economic, and here you can see the urge to bring the economic and social change under present condition comes from the fact of poverty and inequalities in income, wealth and opportunity. Then the second 5-year plan also point out that the benefits of economic development must accrue more and more relatively less privileged classes of society. Okay, then first 5-year plan, in that first 5-year plan itself, one of the main aim was to remove the poverty. Then in the second 5-year plan also point out that the benefits of economic development must must accrue more and more to the relatively less privileged classes of society. Means poor people need to get more opportunity. That was the main aim behind the second 5-year plan. Then the government approach to poverty reduction has 3 dimensions: growth oriented approach, income and employment oriented approach, and providing minimum basic needs to people. Like that 3 main aim was there, or it was in 3 dimension. Okay, means government approach to the first one is growth oriented approach, and it is based on the expectation of the economic growth. Means rapid economic growth means we know everyone need to get income, then automatically per capita income will increase. That one was the one of the main aim behind this government approaches. Okay, then second policy was to income and employment generation, employment for the income and employment for the poor. That one was the next aim of the government. And this second approach has been initiated from third 5-year plan. Third 5-year plan was in 1961-66, and one of the noted program initiated in this one was Food for Work program. That one was the main program. Okay, Food for Work program. Then another program implementation was providing basic minimum needs. That one was the another approach of the government, providing basic needs. Then now we can go through which are the basic policies, or which are the basic programs implemented in the 5-year plans.